Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I am Diego. Okay, I'm here to give you a straight man's point of view of Sex and the City. That's what I do on this channel here. And we're talking about Sex and the City, the final episode of season 4, episode 18. The title of this episode is called I Love New York, or I Heart New York. All right. I already reviewed the first half of this episode. Now I'm going to review the bottom half of this episode. Like I said, this is the season finale, so there's a lot going on here. So that's why I had to divide it up into two. So this is the second. This is part 2 right now that you're looking at. Okay. Now, just give you a quick background on who I am. I've watched every single episode of Sex and the City on 94 episodes. I watched both movies, and I watched that piece of shit show. And just like crap, I've already reviewed it. The video's already on here. Okay. I'm a big fan of Sex and the City. The only problem I really had with the show is that I didn't like the way that they portrayed the straight guys that were on the show. It didn't seem realistic to me. Okay, I'm a straight guy, but have been all my life. Had a lot of straight guy friends. None of us acted the way the guys on the show acted. Okay, none of us did the things that the guys on the show did or said. Okay, that was all bullshit, all right? So I'm here to give you a straight man's point of view, all right? The point of view you never got. Okay, this show was aimed at women and gay guys. Okay, so the show was created by women and gay guys. Okay, so obviously we were not involved in the creative process, so they don't understand what a straight guy is. They gave us their interpretation of a straight guy. Okay, like they watched they probably watched one fucking Chuck Norris movie and said, okay, I understand guys now, and that's what they did. They put that on the show. Okay, not realistic at all. Okay, if you want to make a show about heterosexual sex, at least you should at least get the guys right. Okay, and they didn't do that. All right. So anyway, so I'm here to fix that problem that they made. Yes, I'm looking at you, Michael Patrick King. Okay, they didn't get it right at all. Okay, so I'm here to set the record straight, literally and figuratively. Okay, I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. I do not censor myself. I'm gonna tell you exactly what a straight guy thinks about these situations, these people, these circumstances. Okay, what would really happen and what would never happen. Okay, so I'm here to give you that point of view that you never got before. All right, so get ready. All right, pucker up, Buttercup. Because here it comes. All right. So we're in season 4, episode 18, where we left off last time. Samantha was convinced that her boy, she doesn't know how to be a girlfriend, okay? She's never really been in a fucking relationship in a long fucking time, okay? She's in love with Richard. He's a player. He's like this high-end executive for this hotel chain, okay? So he fucks a lot of girls. He brags about it. He gets on a private jet. He flies his girls to Rio or wherever the fuck in the world he wants to take a girl to go fuck her. That's what he does. Okay, he's very well respected in all the restaurants. They all know who he is. You know, the waitresses want to fuck him. Everybody wants to fuck him. Okay, every hot girl in New York wants to fuck him. Okay, and he's the first one to tell you that too. He brags about his sex life. He brags about fucking his employees. Okay, his office has windows for walls, so anybody can see him in there getting laid. You know, or getting a blowjob. Any of his staff can see that happening. He doesn't give a fuck. I guess the Harvey Weinstein shit doesn't apply to him. He brags about fucking his employees, you know? Anyway, so he's perfect for Samantha. Samantha does the same thing, only she's a woman, all right? But of course, she falls in love with him, okay? And they decided last episode they're going to be a couple, you know? Why? I don't fucking understand. Now, let's get some sexual dynamics out of the way here real quickly, okay? There's this many guys, okay, in New York that want to fuck hot women, okay? They want to fuck this many women, okay? Basically, the hot women, okay? I'm talking about 6s and above, all right? Those women only want to fuck this many guys, okay? The super high value men, the men with the very high sexual market value. I'm talking about like the bigs, the Richards of the world, okay? The guys that offer a lot. They have a lot of money. They're great in bed. They're tall. They know everybody. They're smart. They're charming. They're very social. Okay, they can hop on a plane, go anywhere in the world any fucking time they want to. Okay, those kind of guys. Okay, those are the ones that all the hot women are competing with each other to get that guy. Okay, now for a woman to get laid, basically, this many women. All right, this many can basically fuck any guy they want. Okay, I didn't say get in a relationship with any guy they want. Okay, I said they can fuck any guy they want. All right, it's not difficult. Okay, Samantha's here. Richard is here. Okay, so that means that he has a higher sexual market value than Samantha. Samantha's good looking for her age, okay? But come on, they're talking about New York, all right? There's a hell of a lot better looking women in New York than Samantha, okay? A hell of a lot more, okay? Younger, tighter, okay? Yeah, all right? So those are the women he gets hit on, the women that hit on him, okay? So Samantha, she's gonna have to do a lot more to keep him. Okay, if he's going to be in a relationship, that's why I don't believe that he would ever be in a relationship with her. He wouldn't want some 45-year-old woman who's fucked half of New York. Okay, he's gonna want some 20-year-old, 21-year-old girl who just got to New York, and wants to be famous, and he can help her out with that because he knows the right people. That's the kind of guy he wants to get. That's that kind of girl he wants to get with. Okay, not a Samantha, but it's a show for chicks, so of course they're gonna feed you this bullshit. All right, that he's in love with her. All right, so she's not used to being in a relationship. She's starting to get jealous now. She doesn't really know how to do the whole girlfriend thing. Okay, earlier in this episode, she fucking yelled at him, berated him, screamed at him. So yeah, she does know how to do the girlfriend thing. Okay, so now she wants to know why who he was with. She's been following him, and he tells her, hey, listen, that woman you saw me with, that's a business associate. This is what I had for lunch, blah, blah. And your painting you bought me for my gift, I'm going to hang it up in the den. I don't think it belongs in this room. Okay? You happy now? And she's like, okay, fine, And then she complains to Carrie and says, like, he's fucking around me. He's fucking somebody else. I know it. I just know it. You know why she knows that? Because that's what she would do. Okay? That's what Samantha would do, okay? Samantha would fuck other people if she had a boyfriend, which she doesn't. But if she did, yeah, she would most definitely fuck around on whatever guy she was with, okay? That's definitely her MO, okay? But now she's actually dealing with a guy who does the same thing, okay? Now, I'm not saying the other guys that she's had sex with can't do the same thing. Of course they can, okay? But we don't get any time with them. We don't know their personalities or who they are, what they like or anything like that. We really don't, okay? The guys that Samantha fucks are one and done. They show up in one episode, you don't see them again. Okay, that's it. It's usually a joke about like what his cum tastes like, or his cock is too big, or his cock is too small. They did that episode too, or whatever. It's always something. Okay, or he's into chains, or whatever the fuck, or he's underage. Yeah, that's what they do. It's a one and done with Samantha. But now this guy's actually sticking around. He's lasted like 4 episodes now. Okay, for Samantha, that's saying something. Okay, the last boyfriend we saw her with didn't last that long. Okay, he was only 3 episodes. That was the guy with the little dick. Okay, so yeah, so he's already achieved a plateau that the other lovers Samantha's had have not achieved. Okay, but Samantha's showing her true colors here. She talks about how she's the queen of sex. She knows everything about sex. She knows how to handle men, how to manipulate men, how to get orgasms. That's all that matters to her. And here she is jealous and she's pissed off that this guy that she likes is attractive to other women. It's no other way to say it. It's true. Women. Most of the guys, like I said, most of the guys that are out there, they don't have the sexual market value that Richard has, okay? They're never going to have that value, okay? They're average, okay? Or slightly above average, but they're not going to be like him. They don't have those opportunities. They don't have that wealth, that status, that popularity, okay? They don't have that stuff, okay? Your typical average guy or even above average guy is not someone Samantha's going to get jealous about. It's only that 0.0000001% of men that Samantha would get jealous about. Okay, and of course, those are the only guys that hit on the girls on the show. Okay, okay, because this show fucking belongs on the Sci-Fi Channel. It does not belong on HBO Max. All right, but that's what they get. So just go with it. Okay, just go with it. All right. Yeah. So if I just go with it, all right, then yes, Samantha is finally feeling what it's like. Okay, to be dating a guy who has a higher sexual market value than you do. Because I know she sees herself as a boss bitch, and she is, okay? But, as attractive as she is, she's fucking 45, okay? And Father Time is not going to wind the clock back for her, okay? It's not, okay? She's not the girl from Police Academy anymore, all right? She looks good for her age, okay? But she's not the girl from, Big Trouble in Little China anymore, okay? She's not. Sorry, she's not mannequin anymore, all right? Hasn't been for a while, even back then. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, she tells Carrie that that he's fucking around her and he's doing it during his lunch break, and she decides she's gonna follow him. She bought a Raquel Welch wig. Yeah, she actually said that. I guess that's the thing, right? She bought a Raquel Welch wig, a disguise, so she can follow him during his lunch break and see who he's fucking. And Carrie's like, do you love him? Okay, then maybe he loves you too, and maybe he's actually being faithful to you, okay? She's like, yeah, whatever, I'm still gonna go follow him. So I gotta keep him as maid. I'm gonna sneak into his apartment, when he thinks that I'm not there, and I'm gonna catch him. Anyway, yeah, so that's what she does, all right, so she decides that's what she's gonna do. Meanwhile, Carrie notices some shoes in the window, because half of this show is all about the fucking Carrie's fashion choices, which mostly suck. I'm a straight guy. I don't give 2 fucking shits about female fashion. I couldn't tell you the difference between a Dwar or a fucking Louis Vuitton or a goddamn Manolo Blahnik or a goddamn Oscar de la Renta. I don't know what the fuck these people are. It all sounds like one big fucking gay bar to me that I am not going to go to. All right, but apparently that's a character on the show is the fashion. All right, so fucking yeah. So she sees some shows that look just like every other fucking pair of female shoes I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. But I guess there's something special here. Yeah. So she looks at them and she's like, these are the shoes that I'm going to wear when I go out with Big tonight. Okay, whatever. All right. So that's going on. All right. Eric. Turns out Eric is the guy that was flirting with Charlotte at the museum. Remember him? He's been following her around for a few weeks while she does her Monet exhibit, and then he finally had the guts to ask her out, but he fucked it up. I really like you. You know, I wanted to ask you. I didn't know how to approach you. You know, all that kind of shit that the fucking guys do when they're nervous about talking to a pretty girl. Okay, and she decides to go out with him because she noticed her ex-husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband Trey, was in the museum at the same time with his mom, her mother-in-law. So she wanted to get away from there, so she agreed to fucking go out with this guy. All right, so that's what she does. Okay, Eric. She tells Eric basically that she's about her ex-husband. He says, we never agreed on what we wanted from each other in the marriage. We never agreed to on what we wanted from each other during the marriage. That was our problem. And he says, like, you know, love is tricky. You know, it's hard to see through sometimes. You know, my ex and I, you know, we both come from totally different backgrounds, and you would think that we would know that that would be our problem. Okay, but no, we were too much in love, and we could not see it. You know. You don't see that stuff when you're in love, you know? So they start talking. She's like, oh, you know what, Eric, you're really sweet, you know? And so what does Charlotte do when she thinks the guy's sweet? She goes, fucks him. Okay. So, that's what she does. Oh, well, that's what she tries to do anyway. Yeah. Okay. Let me get to it. Okay. So what happens is she takes him back to her place. Okay. You know, the fucking huge palatial apartment that her fucking husband bought for her and let her have it for free, even though it's like a fucking $10 million apartment. Yeah, he just like let her have it. Yeah, no problem. We've only been married a year, but yeah, you can have the place. I don't give a fuck. I'm super fucking rich. You can just have it. No wonder she doesn't work. She doesn't need to fucking work. Okay. So she takes him back there to her place, and this guy is just like, wow. Oh my God, this place is, you're rich. You didn't tell me you were rich. Oh my God, wow, look at this. That room goes all the way back over there. Wow, look at this bedroom. This is the biggest bedroom I've ever seen. I live in a studio apartment. Look at this. Wow, look at that table over there. Oh my God, what was your husband, was he a king? Huh? Is that what he was, a king? Wow, look at this over here. Oh my God, you know, what the hell is this here? My ex was an Orthodox Jew, okay, and you're rich. Why can't I find anybody that's compatible with me? And Charlotte's like, you know what, I don't feel so good. I think you need to leave now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, wow. Yeah, and he just fucking leaves. Yeah, that's basically what happens here. Okay, bullshit flag right there, okay. I have dated women that have a lot more money than me, okay? A lot more money than me. And don't give me all that fucking shit, well, because she earned it. No, she was born wealthy, okay? Most rich people are born into money, okay? Yeah, whenever you hear about someone who made it from nothing, okay, that's the ones they make the movies out of, okay? Okay, but in real life, it's not that way at all, okay? I know several rich people, okay, and they were born into their wealth, okay? And what they did with their wealth is they got even more wealthy, or kept their wealth, okay? That's usually how it works, all right? No. The self-made millionaires, those are so few and far between that, of course, Hollywood's going to try to sell you that fucking idea that you can do it too, okay? Everyone's got the opportunity, but very few actually succeed at it, okay? Most people that are wealthy were born wealthy. And that's the honest God truth, okay? And I know that from knowing rich people, very wealthy people in my own family, okay? And that is the truth, all right? So here, just give you a little heads up here. Charlotte here, well, she's wealthy. What the fuck, okay? But most guys don't really care about how much money a woman has. Whether she's wealthy, whether she's poor, we don't give a shit, okay? Guys are not, we're superficial in other ways, but we're not really superficial in that way. The only guys that really care about how much money a woman has are sugar baby guys, okay? Usually those are gay guys, okay? They hook up with some rich, unattractive, older woman, okay? So that she can spend her money on him. In which he'll spend it on his boyfriend, okay? But in the meantime, she gets to go out with this good-looking guy. He's very cultured. He knows all the right people. He knows how to order from the menu. He knows all that kind of shit, okay? You see that shit all the fucking time, okay? I've seen it, okay? I know guys that do this stuff, okay? All right. Yeah, those are the only guys that really care because they're a mark. Just like women that are trying to target millionaires, to get pregnant with so they don't have to work again for the rest of their life. Yeah, there's guys out there like that too, okay? Not very many though. No, there's more women that do it than men that do it, okay? But yeah, okay, for the most part, guys don't care. I personally, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if she lives in a studio apartment. I don't give a shit if she lives in a fucking mansion, okay? I have dated women that live in mansions, all right? That own fucking mansions, okay? Unfucking believable the kind of money that they have, all right? But mostly guys don't care about that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, it's fun to have it. Yeah, it's great for a couple of months, but if you don't like the person you're with, why you spend all this time there, So yeah, it all depends. Okay, I've dated plenty of women that make more money than me. It doesn't bother me. I wouldn't get offended by it. What I would do in this situation if I was this guy Eric, okay, I would fuck Charlotte, okay, and then I'd probably keep seeing her. Why not? She's got a better place than me. I'm sure she got nicer sheets than I do. It's like, well, why are you throwing it? If you get a rich woman to take you back to her place and she looks like Charlotte, dude, you fucking hit the lottery, man. You hit the fucking lottery, dude. You take a little needle and you stick it in the tip of the condom, okay? Don't tell her, okay? You stick it in the tip of the condom, okay? Whatever happens, it was fate. Okay, I was joking there, okay? But it's true. It's true. I know. No, I don't know. Okay, that was just a joke, but you can still do it. You still do it and get away with it. That part is true. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, dude. Fucking do her. Fucking hang out with a rich chick. Why not? Why not, man? It's better. She got a better place than you do, right? You can watch TV at her fucking house, instead of at yours. All right? No. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have gotten offended and walked out. No, I would have stayed there and handled business. That's what I would have done. Okay. But this show was written by gay guys, lesbians, and feminists. So of course, what's going to happen? Yeah. All right. So Carrie tells Miranda that she has decided that she will sleep with Big again one more time before he leaves, only if it feels right. Yeah, right. Okay. So like, if you have a boyfriend, will you sleep with Big then? Because that felt right to you last time, right? Okay. Carrie, she says that Miranda feels the baby kick in her stomach, and she asks Carrie to be in the delivery room with her when she finally does go into labor, and give birth. Okay, and Carrie agrees to do it. Okay, so Carrie and Big, they go out on a buggy ride, horseback, a little carriage, horse-driven carriage, around New York, because it's so romantic, even though they're both sluts, they do romantic things like this. Okay, but Big, yeah, he can be a slut, all right? He's got fucking money like crazy, dude. That guy. Dude, man. How come they don't show any regular guys on this show, man? We can't all be Big. We can't all be Richard. It's just like we can't all be Trey even. I mean, that fucker McDougal, they're fucking fucking millionaires, if not billionaires. Why can't these women date just normal guys? Not guys that are fucking, that earn millions and millions of dollars. It's just like, come on, man. If you women were like way up there, like movie stars or something, then I could see you dating guys like this, okay? Because movie stars do date guys like this. Supermodels, that's all they date are guys like this, okay? But your average fucking women, slightly above average looking middle-aged women living in New York, do not date guys like this, okay? It's just not realistic. It's not. It's not. Okay, now it'd be realistic that those women would date those guys. Yes, it's not realistic that those guys would date them. That's what I'm talking about, all right? That's the bullshit this show is selling you, okay? And you're eating it up and asking for seconds. Swear to God, all right. So that's happening here. She's in the buggy ride with Big, and Carrie's like, what are you going to do when you get to Napa? And Big says, like, I'm going to work, I'm going to smoke cigars, and I'm going to lay back and stare at the stars. Wow, that sounds like quite a retirement there, buddy. And Carrie's like, I give it 1 week. New York, aren't you going to miss it? It's New York. He's like, no, I'm not going to miss it. But I'll miss you. Yeah, I almost fucking believe that, Big. Almost fucking believed it. Of course, they kiss, and then Carrie's cell phone goes off. It's Miranda calling. She just went into labor. She's trying to hail a cab because we actually used to take cabs. There was no Uber back then. We used to have to take cabs back in the day. If you lived in a big city, that's what you had to do. And she's trying to hail a cab. She's on her way to the hospital. Steve already knows. He's closing up the bar. He's on his way to the hospital. And she calls Carrie. So now she's got to fucking get to the hospital as soon as fucking possible. But she's in a carriage driven by some horses with Big. Okay. So she tells him, I got to get to the hospital right now. And Big tells the buggy driver, he's like, hey, listen, we got an emergency, okay? Can you get us to the hospital? He's like, I'm not allowed to leave the park. He's like, hey, look, here's $400. Can you work with me here? He's like, on our way. So he takes the fucking horses into the city, out of the park, into the city, and takes the horse-driven carriage into the fucking hospital, right to the, well, in front of the hospital, okay? So Carrie's wearing those fucking shoes she saw in the window that probably cost $5,000 fucking dollars. I don't fucking know shit about shoes, but they probably did. That's where all her money goes. And she gets out of the carriage, and Big says goodbye to her. You know, basically, this is the last time they're going to see each other for a long time. You know, so she gets off the buggy, and Big says like, "What? You're going to leave me here in this carriage by myself?" You know. And she's like, yeah, you know, Miranda's in labor. I got to be with her. He's like, okay, well, take care of yourself. And he gives her like this, Carrie. And then he rides off. He rides off into the sunset or the sunlight or the moonlight. All right, Carrie runs into the hospital. Miranda's pacing in her hospital room. She's walking back and forth. Carrie's like, what are you doing? You know, she goes, she's like, I'm trying to move around, trying to get myself to break my own water. By the way, you look pretty, you know? And she's like, oh, yeah, well, thanks, you know, especially those shoes. And while she's standing in front of Carrie, her water breaks right on top of those shoes. No, not the Louis Vuittons! Hey, you know, it's stuff like this that's why I like the show. I mean, that shit's funny, man. It's funny. Okay, so that happens here. Samantha's in disguise and she's following Richard around. She watches him get into a cab. She gets into another cab. Says, follow that cab. And the guy's like, dude, this ain't a fucking movie. He's like, just go. Okay, so she's got her stupid ass Raquel Welch wig on with her fucking sunglasses and her trench coat. She looks like fucking Inspector Gadget without the hat. And she's following Richard around, you know. She follows him back to his room, his apartment, or his house, whatever it is. We don't know what it is. His penthouse. Yeah, his penthouse. She follows him back to his penthouse because she got a key from the maid, remember? She goes in there, and guess what? She catches him eating out some girl. He's eating her out. I mean, legs straight wide, a V. You know, he's fucking going, he's like, hey, you never interrupt somebody when they're eating, okay? And, of course, Samantha does. He's like, who the hell are you? And she's like, it's me, you scumbag! And she goes over and she picks up the painting of the three hearts that she got him as a gift. And she picks up, she throws it, she goes, there! Now you know what it's like to have your heart broken too! He's like, this is just sex. I love you. This is just sex. That's all it is. And she fucking walks out of there, right? All pissed off. Hey, you know what, Samantha? Come on. Come on, Samantha. You're always talking this big talk about being the queen of sex, how you know everything about sex, how you always get mistaken as a supermodel, how you're the best, you can outfuck any girl under the table. Isn't that what you said last episode? Yeah, it was, okay? And now you get fucking cheated on. Holy fucking shit. Welcome to the real world. See, this is what happens when people get in relationships, okay? Sometimes this happens, okay? It does. She wouldn't know anything about that because all she does is fuck guys. Which is fine if that's what you want, the lifestyle that you want. But don't think that you can just jump over to the other lifestyle and not get your growing pains, okay? That's the chance you take whenever you're in a relationship. You always take the chance that your partner's going to be unfaithful. That happens to everybody, men, women, everybody, okay? Now, you got to look at the social dynamics here. Like I said before, his sexual market value is higher than yours, Samantha, which means that more women want to fuck him than men want to fuck you, okay? You've had this free ride all this time, okay? It's time to pay up, all right? Damn, you're not getting younger. Anyway, well, what do I know, right? Okay, so that's going on here. Like I said, fucking she's pissed off. She's upset. She smashes the picture, you know, and then she leaves. Meanwhile, Miranda's trying to push the baby out in the room, delivery room. Okay, Steve is there. He finally showed up, and Carrie's there, and the nurse going like, push, push, and Carrie tells the nurse to shut the fuck up. Quit telling her to push, you know. Don't say that. She says, don't say that, and waves her finger at her. Don't say that. you know. So the nurse shuts up, does what she's told. Okay, it really is a really good scene. I gotta give props to Cynthia Nixon and to Sarah Jessica Parker. They did a really good job in this scene. This is probably the best acting I've ever seen Cynthia Nixon do. Now, I am aware that she actually was a mother in real life, so she actually has given birth before. So she had that to draw on during the filming of the scene. But what she does, which I thought was really cool, is Miranda's there. You know, Steve's down there, okay, waiting for the baby to come out with the doctor, okay? And Miranda looks over at Carrie. She says, "Carrie!" And she looks over at Carrie and she grabs her hand. Carrie grabs her hand. And there's like a silent like communication between the two of them. And you can see Cynthia Nixon's character, Miranda, just looks at her and just like, and Carrie's like, and she gives birth, boom. And there's Steve going like, "Oh, here comes his head," you know. And so Steve's excited. "Hey, let me tell you something, okay? I've been through this, all right? And there's no fucking way in hell I'm going in that room, okay? I did not go in that room. Hell no, I was outside. I don't want to see that shit. I know a lot of you out there, you come in there with your fucking cameras and you want to film it. You know, not me. I don't want to be there. I don't want to see that. I think it's gross. I know it's a beautiful thing. I think it's gross. Okay, when my son was born, I was out there. I was right on the other side of that door. Once I heard the baby crying, I came in. All right? I don't want to see that shit. Hell no. You can call me a pussy if you want. I don't want to see that. That's just my personal preference. I don't want to see it. All right? I don't want to be in that room. I didn't want to be in that room. All right. Sorry, son, if you're watching this. But I saw you right afterwards. I saw you right after, okay? All right. So there he is, you know, he tells Miranda, "Oh, look, you got 10 toes, you got 10 fingers, you got 2 balls." Which is funny. Okay. Carrie holds the baby first, and then she gives it to Miranda. And Miranda, of course, is all like, "Oh my God." You know, it's like suddenly there's a giraffe in the room, you know? And Steve's like, "Hey, Danny." You know, and Miranda's like, "I've been thinking about that, Steve. I was thinking about Brady." That's his name, Brady. Brady Hobbs. Get it? Because Steve's last name is Brady, and her last name is Hobbs. So Brady Hobbs. Makes sense, right? Better than Brady. So she actually did compromise. Okay, well, that's something. At least he got a fucking first name. He's only the kid's fucking father. At least he got a fucking first name, all right? My son got my last name, and his mother gave him his first name, okay? That's how we did it. That's how we worked it out, okay? I actually liked the name that she came up with, so I was okay with it, but it's my last name. He's my son. That's his birthright. Okay, so they decided to name the kid Brady Hobbs, okay? He's a little baby with red hair. He's a cute little baby. Pretty clean for a baby that just came out of there. You know, my son wasn't that well complected when he came out. He had the red patch. Women, you've seen this, okay? The red patches all over his skin, you know, like the see-through skin, you know, that the babies all have when they're first born. You know, the little bits of hair and stuff. You know, he's sucking his thumb. His eyes are closed. They put that ointment on his eyes, you know, that kind of shit. Yeah, I was there. I was there for that. They tie up the umbilical. Yeah, I was there for all that. Yeah. Okay, so that's going on here. Well, like I said, it's something, okay? And of course, Carrie said, "That's a fabulous hat you have on there." A little baby hat they put on the kid, you know. So that's going on. Charlotte arrives, and Carrie gives her an update. It's morning now. Charlotte arrives, and Carrie gives her the update. And then Samantha arrives right after that in her fucking Inspector Gadget fucking outfit, her secret agent outfit with the sunglasses, the fucking Raquel Welch wig, and the fucking trench coat. And Charlotte says, like, why are you wearing that? She's like, "Because my hair looks like shit right now." Okay. So then Carrie hightails it out of there. She's going to go straight to Big's place, okay? Because he hasn't left. He told her he wasn't going to leave yet until later on that day. So she wants to get there before he leaves, so maybe they can, you know, have some, what was it called? Going out of business sex? Yeah. So she gets over there. How the fuck does she get in? Does she have a key? Why did Big give her a key? They're not together anymore. Who the fuck knows? Anyway, she goes in there, and it's empty. He's already gone. All the boxes are gone. No furniture. Everything's empty. She walks around there, and you hear this fucking dramatic drama music, which this show is not a drama, but you hear like some serious dramatic music playing in the background. And she walks over there, and she sees the record of Moon River, Henry Mancini, the record there. And there's a little note posted on top of it. She picks it up, and it says, whenever you're lonely, if you're ever lonely, and you start hearing the Moon River song, you know, and then there's an envelope underneath it. And she picks it, and the envelope says, if I ever feel lonely. And she opens it up, and it's tickets to Napa Valley in California. So he paid for her plane tickets, because that's what you fucking do when you're fucking rich as shit. You can do stuff like that. All right? And of course, we hear the Moon River, and Carrie walks out of there. She walks outside, the leaves are all turning brown and they're falling, you know, and a CGI leaf falls on top of Carrie right in front of her. And she picks it up and the wind is blowing, and you hear the Moon River soundtrack, and then you hear her internal monologue again, you know. And she's talking about how a new season has begun. Get it? A new season has begun? Well, not yet. It will soon. Okay, a new season has ended is more like what you mean. Okay, and she says, maybe there are mistakes. Maybe our mistakes are what make our fate. Maybe that is what our fate is making the wrong choices, you know. Without them, we wouldn't fall in love. Or have babies. Or be who we are. Seasons change. People come and go. Or have babies. Or go to different cities. People come and go, but the ones you love are always in your heart. Or, if you're really lucky, a plane ride away. And that's how the episode ends, and she's typing this shit in her laptop, okay? And that is the end of season 4, and there's a little note at the end there. Episode is dedicated to the city of New York, okay? Because they're finally acknowledging September 11th, okay? Which fucked up a lot of people. It really did, you know. And I'm not being hyperbolic about that either. That was quite a time. For those of you who are too young to know, ask your parents about it. Okay, that was quite a time. The fall of 2001. You know, at this time, I remember around this time, like the people didn't even want to like mention this stuff in the media at all. Like in movies and TV shows, did not want to talk. But they felt it was too soon. You know, they didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to depict it. They didn't want to show reactions to it. They didn't want to do any of that stuff. We were already getting enough of that stuff from watching the news. We don't want to see it in our entertainment. You know, our entertainment is supposed to keep our mind away from that stuff. You know, so at this time, you know, they probably wouldn't have talked about it until later on, until people had a longer grieving period, because this is basically a fresh wound that nobody really wanted to talk about in the media yet. So I'm pretty sure when season 5 comes out, they're going to address that topic a little bit more head on. Because like I said, these episodes were already written before September 11th happened. So there's no way they could have known that this needed to be addressed. Okay. So anyway, so that's the end of season 4. Thank you for watching my reviews this long. I will be back soon. I'm probably going to take a couple of days off from these reviews. Get some time to watch these episodes and get some good notes down. And then I'm going to come back. And I'm going to give you my review of season 5. Ultimately, season 4 was pretty good. I did not like the fact that Aiden came back, but I know he was a fan favorite. The fans wanted him back, so he came back, you know, only to get fucked over again, you know. But there was some movement. You'll notice in this season was the one where they mostly stopped doing the fucking the one night stand episodes, which is all like season 1 and 2. That's all it was, you know. Just fuck one guy, get rid of him. Next episode, fuck a new guy, get rid of him. You know, they kind of stopped doing that now. The guys are tend to stick around longer now. Like I said, Samantha is getting involved with Richard. Charlotte was married to Trey for all this season until recently. You know, Miranda was back and forth with Steve. You know, and now she's got a fucking baby, which she can't dump the way she dumped Steve, you know, and Carrie, well, you know, she fucked over Aiden again. Okay, so yeah, but otherwise the show is pretty good. Not as good as the first 2 seasons, but it was okay. It was okay. I'm anxious for season 5. Like I said, I know there's a character coming. Once I start reviewing him, I don't know what to expect. I have not watched these episodes in so long. I'm watching them again like it's brand new. All right, and there's a character coming up here that I know that I kind of saw myself in. Well, I did see myself in it. A lot. I remember talking to these girls at work, and I was just agreeing with everything the character did, and the women were all saying he's an asshole. How could you say that? Hey, look what he did there. You're taking his side. Why would you do that there? You're gonna take his side. First of all, these are fucking fictional characters. Okay. Second of all, yeah, Yeah, I think he made the right choice, and this is why. This, and this. Because it's better than this, which was his other choice. But of course, you can't convince a girl of that shit. It's all about her feelings, not what makes sense. Anyway, so thank you for watching this episode, and I will see you on the next one, all right? Bye.